I will not leave the country, and I will die as a martyr at the end.
Everywhere it's tense, the situation fluid. This is the town of Misrata in western Libya, which has reportedly fallen to the opposition. If these new pictures are accurate, then they would seem to bear that out, but the country remains split. This video purports to show the aftermath of fighting on the streets of Tripoli between pro- and anti-Gaddafi forces. It's been widely reported from the capital and Benghazi that gangs of yellow-hatted militia have been given free rein to move house to house in the hunt for the opposition. Yet in Benghazi, people say it's relatively quiet and some of the fear has gone.
People are used to his threats from the past. I don't know really. I mean, physically, he has got no more forces, you know, his own forces in Benghazi or based the eastern region in general. I think all what he can use is either mercenaries or airstrikes.
What's beyond dispute is the chaos on the streets and the danger which protesters often run headlong into. Here, for instance, there seem to be snipers on the roof of the building opposite. There's a small crack, and a man goes down, shot in the groin. But while the international media is now beginning to find ways into Libya, interpreting the direction events are heading in remains as difficult for people in the country as it does for the outside world. The latest rumour, again unverifiable unless it happens, is that Gaddafi has threatened to blow up his oil pipelines, which would bring havoc to a country already beset by poverty and would have ramifications on oil prices across the world. The combination of this and all the violence means it's hardly surprising expatriates and migrant workers have begun to leave by the thousands. One of the few certainties at the moment, following the apparent decision by the international community not to commit to intervening directly in Libya's affairs, is that Gaddafi's fate rests with his own people and nobody else. Lawrence Lee, Al Jazeera.
Well, Major General Suleiman Mahmoud, you heard him there in Lawrence's report, also told us about a Libyan Air Force pilot who ejected from his plane rather than bomb protesters in Benghazi.
Something happened today at 10:30. There's a colonel pilot, Abdussalam Al-Abdi. He left his aeroplane, actually, and he bailed out of the aeroplane. He jumped out with his parachute.
Let's talk now to Nouri Al-Masmari, part of Muammar Gaddafi's inner circle, joins us now on the line from Paris. Mr. Al-Masmari, I understand that you've been in Paris for health reasons, decided at the moment at least not to go back. But knowing Muammar Gaddafi as well as you do, what do you think he's thinking at this moment?
Well, I mean, we quite understand of what he's doing of this massive and killing and genocide. I don't kill it even. I mean, you reach to the level to kill your own people just to stay in power. And now he's using mercenaries, not because he wants to use them, because he cannot use the army. He cannot use the armed forces of Libya because they are Libyans and they are faithful and honest people. They will not kill themselves because killing their cousins and uncles and friends, it means that they are killing themselves. So he doesn't trust them. He doesn't trust even his own guard. So that's why he's using mercenaries from parts of Africa, paying them with the money of the Libyans. With the money of the oil of the Libyans, he's paying his mercenaries to stay in power. It's an end of it. I mean, the people have said, it's an end, it's an end. Step down, step down, game over. That's all. It's a game over for him. He's been playing with us for 40 years. Now what he's waiting for? And on top of that, I mean, he said, I am not in power. I am not the head of a state. The power is for the people. Okay, the people are in the roads. They said to him, step down, let's move out. But he won't do it. And what the speech of yesterday is just the speech of death, the speech of the end. And you can see that. So what? The people are going to struggle. The Libyans are ready to die. We've been dying a lot of times. So we die, but either we stay free with honor and dignity, or either we die. This is the end of it. I know, I'm talking to you and my family is in Tripoli. I don't care. If they go, they are not better than the Libyan who they went away. And never mind. But at least one day, they will be in the list of the martyrs, the list of people who've been fighting for Libya. Never mind. But we are not going to say no. We have dignity, we have honor, and we are honest. And we will be like that. He's talking about tribes. Where are the tribes? Where are the Berbers, the Amazigh of Libya? Where are the Tuareg? Where are they? Can he use them? No, and never will use them. Where are the Arabs? Nobody is around him.
So
no tribe is around him.
What will he do now?
Yeah. Well, he's using his mercenaries. All the Air Force, he's not using anymore the Air Force for the simple reason that he doesn't trust the Air Force. Because they left Malta and they are jumping with their parachute and let the airplanes fall down in the sea. Why? Because they are fed up. And they will, if he will use again the Libyan pilots, they will fight against him. So he will not use them. And we heard, and we have news that he is using pilots from Occident. I don't know from where.
When you saw him on television giving his address to the people, and you looked at there were very few people around him, what did that say about his state of mind and in fact his position with his people? What did that say?
Well, first of all, let us be honest. First of all, he made a speech inside the AlJazeera headquarters. And that area, to penetrate there, God knows how he can penetrate. And also on top of that, I have seen who was around him. Around him, there were no officers, except his son in uniform. And the others, I have seen them in civilian, and I know them. They are employees, they are secretaries, and so on. But I haven't seen any officer of the Coast Guard. I mean, we are fed up. The people of Libya are fed up. Either we die and we go away, but we will not step down. We will not knee. Never. We will never knee on our knees. And God will help us. Nobody wants to help us? Okay.
Will Gaddafi, Colonel Gaddafi, follow up on the suggestion that he may well blow up the oil pipelines in Libya?
Well, you heard about Nerone of Rome.
So you're suggesting
that about Nerone, the history?
The man who was quite happy to see his city go down in flames while the people were against him. Yes, yes.
Why not? Well, sometimes he will do it. He will do it to prove that some of the masses, the revolutionary masses, they have done it. And it will be done by somebody of him.
I want to ask you this question. Libya, and you were part of Gaddafi's inner circle, about 6 years ago, renounced the use of chemical weapons and nuclear weapons. That was what got it back into the international community. But Libya, according to the reports I've read, has not yet got rid of all of its chemical weapons. Are there still weapons there in Libya that he could use?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't wish to say a lie, but really I cannot really answer for this question if there is not only. But from his speech of yesterday, he said that I haven't not used the force yet. What do you mean you haven't used the force yet? If you've been using the Air Force, you've been using the tanks,